Monica, hey, congratulations for Paramount's At Midnight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is a terrific film for you. So tell us what initially attracted you to this project.
Well, I had really wanted to do a rom-com for a long time, so I was kind of like hunting for one. Um, and the fact that this one took place in Mexico was like a huge, I was like, okay, what's this one? And then I had this amazing meeting with Jonah Feingold, our director, and a lovely chemistry read with Diego Boneta. And I just, like the deeper and deeper I got into this project, I was like, oh, I really, really, really want to do it. Um, and then it all worked out.
I know that this is probably a question on a lot of people's minds as we watch a rom-com, but you're fortunate that you're starring opposite to Diego. Tell us about that chemistry process, or what was it very easy to fall in love with him on screen?
Oh, absolutely. I think everyone falls in love with him in real life anyway, and as an audience member. That was not a challenge. We actually had more of an uphill battle with pretending our characters didn't like each other. Jonah would sometimes have to yell out before a take in like the early scenes of the film. Um, he'd be like, "Remember, you don't like each other," so that we'd be like a little bit harder with each other and a little more sullen, and because we just got along so well, so immediately.
So truthfully, how many creative dates did they actually have you guys go on in Mexico between each other?
Oh, you mean like as we like
Progressed.
leading up to the shooting?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody was after our chemistry read. I mean, from the sounds of it, like they were very happy with our chemistry. We went on one lunch because we'd never met in person. Our chemistry read was on Zoom. So we hung out, went to lunch, and uh, and then we had actually similar to like the TCAs, we had sort of a press week for the launch of Paramount Plus Latin America, and we were in Mexico and getting to talk about the script. I had this great lunch with Jonah and Diego, and we were all talking about the story and adding and taking away. And they really welcomed me into that process as not a producer, and that was really generous of them. And yeah, I mean, we weren't really tasked with becoming friends or anything. Like it just very naturally happened. It wasn't something we were ever really worried about. And then it was funny, we had all become so close that when the other characters came in, like I remember when Kat Cohen and Anders and Casey Thomas Brown came in, I was like, okay, so like Casey and Kat are my fam. So we have to all hang out one night. And then like Anders, like we got to grab a drink and have a conversation, like it was just that thing. And, everyone who's a part of the project, I think especially having Diego as, an actor and a producer was just like, offering us all the time we wanted to develop those relationships. But yeah, I mean, with Diego, it's very simple, luckily.
I know I was a member of those that TCA audience. You can't tell because of all the masks that we were wearing, but I could sense that there's a friendship between all of you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Now I have to ask, you are an amazing dancer, and I understand your background is in dancing. This is such a bonus for you.
Yeah, that scene was not in the movie before I signed on. It was sort of a scene where I think my character states that she's like not a good dancer and they kind of dance awkwardly and then it passes by. I was very skeptical that Diego couldn't dance. I was like, I'm sure he can. And they found out about my dance background and so they added in I mean, it was just like full steam ahead at that point. They asked me for a choreographer recommendation, and I knew this lovely guy named Desi who teaches salsa in LA, and set up this whole thing. And then we got into conversations about the floor and the shoes and the outfit. Like just we really did the most. And then we had to pivot on the day because the cobblestones were more intense than we expected them to be, and like, but everything that came out of it just worked so well. And I was just lucky that everyone wanted to do it and Diego wanted to rehearse that much. It was fun, but he's a really hard worker and did not shy away from it at all.
And you're such a great dancer too.
Oh, thank you.
Monica, I want to leave with one more thought because this film is so meta, especially for you, being an actress and playing an actress in a film like this.
Yeah.
Coming off a blockbuster, like Top Gun, and now at midnight, do you feel anywhere close to be in the shoes of Sophie?
It's funny because we filmed this before Top Gun came out, so I felt like I had sort of adjacent experiences, but not quite. And I still don't think I experience life. I mean, I definitely don't experience life the way she does, where anywhere she goes, she's recognized and things like that. Like, luckily, that's not my existence. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was really interesting to get to pull from the people that I know in this industry. I talked a lot actually with my publicists. Was like, okay, no names, but like what happens when two people date each other and what, like it was all very interesting and very meta. And then we just threw in whatever was happening. My hair was frizzy one day and we got a note from the lovely studio about that. And then we sort of like poked fun at them, put it in the movie, and they loved it. They kept it in, like maybe a humbling moment for them. But, we got to throw in everything we were experiencing every day. It was so fun.
And this film is a lot of fun. And just remember, no bangs.
No bangs. I've almost gotten bangs probably 7 times since we filmed this movie.
Most excellent, Monica. Hey, thank you very much for conversing with us for Paramount Plus at midnight. Crossing fingers, maybe you'll end up in a comic book movie someday.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye
Bye.
now.